Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Teach my ash. That's a funny word. Hey, Novemberine. Listen, I'm doing this super duper duper quick live because I'm getting dressed right now and I'm just sitting here thinking of a couple of things. And so I'm going to dress them super quick and then um, move on with my life. Because yesterday, first of all, you guys, I know so many of you guys, I'm not even waiting for people to get in here. I'm just like talking. You're the third one here. Hey, Shannon Dorn. Hey, Val, Jem, Red Dragon, Zero Filter Jules. I said Novemberine. This is super quick, super duper duper quick. So I want to let you guys know one thing, first of all. So yesterday I was a little upset with Nenny. Um, I was upset with her. I was, Nenny and I had known each other for years. I mean, we weren't like the closest friends ever, but we did talk. We always were nice to one another, and I thought we were cool with each other. Okay. Last night, Nenny reached out to me, and I have to say, I do appreciate that she did that because, um, a lot of people won't do that. They won't. They'll just go on their lives and they'll continue to talk shit about you. So we kind of apologized and we kind of just, both agreed that we're not going to talk about one another. And I do want to stick by that. I'm not talking shit about her right now. I just want to just say that I appreciate that she reached out to me. I do think some of the reasons we were upset with each other were because there was maybe some misinformation being spread, and I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. So I'm not taking the live down because I think I made a lot of good points in it with some other shit that happened that I discussed. So I really don't want to take it down, and I just don't like deleting lives. Period. That's just how I am. So so that's that. I really don't have much more to say about that. Uh, the other thing, this is fucking funny. So I don't know how I got this notification, okay? Yesterday, I'm looking at my phone and I noticed a notification pop up on my phone. And it's fucking Shrek. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I have a notification? And I just see she writes $650. And I'm like, what? Something. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go into my YouTube app, my regular YouTube app. And don't mind my fucking slight echo in here. I'm in my bathroom trying to get my makeup on here. So anyway, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why would I get a notification from her? So I go to my comments, like the notifications in YouTube, and I could see the notification. I see that she commented, right? But then when I go to it, there's nothing there. So I'm like, what the fuck? It actually brought me to the comment on Wendy V's video where I had replied to Nenny, where this whole fucking thing with Nenny started. Okay. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, well, the dumbass that she is, she has me blocked. So, nice way to talk shit from a blocked account. You fucking Melissa. No, you love that name. Nice, nice way to talk shit there, girl. From a blocked ass account. She's talking shit. So she puts a number. I assume she's talking about the Patreon, and I don't even know what the fuck I spent because I don't care. It didn't matter at the time. The money is not an issue, and I don't see why people don't get that. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't spend it. I mean, point blank, I'm not gonna put myself in fucking debt for a Patreon, but at the time, it was, to me, money well spent. If that's how much it was, which I think she might be exaggerating, but even if she's not, oh well, it is what it is, you know? Um, to be honest with you guys, I kept forgetting to fucking cancel the membership towards the end, but that's besides the point. I've given away a lot of money. Trust me, I've fucking blown money on way dumber shit than that. But anyway, so she writes that. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, it's real funny because the bitch fucking, I guess my money was green enough for her. She kept it, right? You had no problem keeping it. So if you have such a problem with my money, why don't you fucking give it back to me? But you're not going to do that. We know that. So I don't even know why I would say such a thing. But here's the other thing. If you don't give it back to me, why don't you take it and go find yourself a better plastic surgeon, okay, with that money, or buy some fucking tamales to make your ass grow another fucking 5 sizes bigger than it already is. I mean, yeah, she does exaggerate. So I don't know. Could it be that much? Sure. But I think it might be a little slight exaggeration because I don't even think I was in there that long enough for that amount of money. And even if it was, oh, well, see, here's the difference between me and her. Money to me is not the most important thing in the world. I don't really, my life doesn't revolve around it. And I've been broke. I've had money. I've been in both positions. And to be honest with you, it's the root of all evil. I really don't fucking care about it. It's not my money doesn't, drive me. I guess I could put it that way. I mean, sure, would I love to have more money? Absolutely. But I've lived with money and without money, and it it doesn't matter either way. Okay. Because I could be happy with or without it. And I have been happy with or without it. My life is still going to go on. If I have to live in a cardboard box, I could still say, well, a cardboard box at my family, my husband and my son, I could still say that I have everything that I, need in life and want in life, because life isn't about money. It's fucking whatever, whatever. So, I mean, girl, you've spent money, right, on stupider shit. I mean, look at your face. That's a prime example. You paid money to make your face look like fucking Rocky Dennis from the fucking movie The Mask. You paid to look like that, girl. You paid to look like Catwoman. Not the good Catwoman. Not the fucking Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. Jocelyn Wildstein. You paid money to look like that bitch. You paid money to make yourself look like the white Lil Kim with saggy tits. You paid money for saggy tits. Girl, so my 650 ain't that much. And I'm sure you're enjoying it. Sure you enjoyed it. So stop with your fucking comments. If you're going to talk shit to me, unblock me first. Why don't you try that? Why you have me even blocked anyway? I don't know, because I don't comment in your anythings, your chats, your comments. I don't even watch your videos. So why you would have me blocked is beyond me. It really is. Why? Because you can't handle what I say. That's why you have me blocked. Because really, why does anybody block anybody? Typically, either you're fucking annoyed by him or bothered by him. But I don't fucking go anywhere that she goes. I'm not in her chats. What, are you scared of me? Why do you have me blocked, bitch? So next time, and can somebody tell me, it's Wendy V's video of her, I believe. Who was it? No, it was me. I'm sorry. It's Wendy V's video of me, okay, talking on my panel the other day. And I don't know if her comments there or not. I can't tell. So either she deleted it, which is also funny because why are you talking shit and deleting your shit? But or she what do you call it? It's there, but unblocked. Why would you reply to somebody and then have them blocked? Like, she literally replied to me because my name's tagged in it. That's how I got the notification. But it's just weird because when I go there, I don't see anything. The comment's gone. And it could have, no, I couldn't have. I was going to say I could have I was dead at Rocky Dennis. I mean, come on, girl. You paid for those lips, the cheek fillers. Come on. Come on. I don't give a fuck what that bitch says, dude. Those cheeks are not natural. God does not make people look like the fucking moon from the McDonald's commercials, Mac the Knife commercials, whatever the fuck it was. No, God wouldn't do that to somebody. He just wouldn't. Those are not natural cheekbones, girl. It's so distorted and out of proportion to your face. No, no. Or you did something else to your face to make your cheekbones look extra, whatever the fuck. I don't know. But you destroyed your face and you paid for it. So don't ever tell me that the money I spent was worse than what you've spent money on, girl. Just don't go there. Fucking A. She has rocks in there. Yeah, she has something in there. Fucking A. There's something in there. Could you imagine what it's like to like talk or like eat? Or I remember when I got bit by a dog and I had a little plastic surgery on my face right next to between my well, pretty much right where my smile line is. You know when you smile and you get the lines. um I had gotten bit by a dog when I was a kid. I picked up my cousin's dog, and as I picked it up, it like turned around and bit my face. And what do you call it? I had a little plastic surgery there. And when it first got done, well, also while I had the stitches, I had to get about like 28 stitches in my face. When I had that done, I remember that feeling, that pull of my skin being tight over there, and it's so uncomfortable. I can only imagine what her face feels like 24/7. It probably feels like she has like a sheet of plastic on it, or when you put like one of those face masks on and they dry. That's probably what her face feels like at all times because of all the fucking plastic surgery. But anyway, the McDonald's commercials. Did you guys ever see that? No matter what she spends yeah, you can't even fix that, man. So she could talk shit about my teeth and my voice and whatever. I could fix those things. Well, my voice, not really. I mean, I could fucking train myself to, I don't know, talk differently, I guess. But you can't fix that shit, girl. You destroyed your face. You destroyed your face. You can't fix it. It's kind of too late. Yeah, the wonky ass eye. The fuck out of here talking shit about how much money I spent, girl. Oh shit. I was trying to help you out because you're a fucking hot mess. Trying to help you out. Well, you know what's so funny about that too? She tried so hard to convince people that I was like this broke fucking whatever. Okay. Because I live in a smaller house than she does. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck she thinks. She tried so hard to convince everybody that. So if I was that broke, Marissa, how would I be able to spend that on you? Hmm. She tried so hard. So hard. I'm sorry, Melissa. Sorry. I said the wrong name. Silly me. Anyway, I don't think I'm ever on topic. What do you mean? I think she has screws behind her ears. No, she has scars behind her ears from all the fucking facelifts she has had. Somebody fucking saw it and pointed it out to me like a year ago. Um, She has like these lines. She has scars all over her fucking, face, her body, everywhere. Cause she's like a fucking like Frankenstein, like a fucking experiment. It's gross. Gross. You are perfect. Don't alter yourself. Well, Grave Dodger, I mean, like, I'm fucking 40 years old. I don't give a shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm married. I have a kid. I'm not looking to fucking pick up guys. I'm pretty, confident and comfortable with myself. Is there things I'd want to fix? Absolutely. But I don't put those things on a priority. When you have a kid, your looks tend to fall to the wayside a little bit. Your kid comes first. So the money could be spent on your kid, not on fucking plastic surgery. Like, to me, that's like whatever. What the fuck ever. I don't need to waste money on that. I could do that down the road. It doesn't matter. Anyway, she has one eye looking one way. Girl, she's got hooded, like deeply hooded eyes that look like they're fucking crossed, and I don't know, girl. I don't know. But, why she felt the need to comment on like that, I don't know. But try unblocking me first. Seriously. Try unblocking me first. And sorry, I'm not looking too close at the chat because I'm also getting dressed while I do this. So, anyway. I mean, money comes and goes, whatever. Some things you cannot buy, and most of them don't have those things. Ain't that the truth, girl? I've been up, I've been down, and whatever. To me, it was worth it. I don't give a shit. I mean, if I wanted to, I'm sure I could complain to Patreon and do a little chargeback kind of thing because, you know, you were doxing the shit out of my family. I wasn't in there because I was, you know, because I like you or anything. You doxed my family. You doxed other people's families. And you're kind of lucky I didn't fucking make a bigger deal out of it because around that same time, there was a pretty big YouTuber that had lost their Patreon because they doxed a phone number. I know, Alexis, right? I'm always getting dressed on YouTube. I have to go to my son's hockey shit. They left already, because they get changed and everything. But I'm like, dude, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sorry, my nose is running. Do not report. No, don't report. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying. I could have taken down her whole entire Patreon, but I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna interfere with somebody's, you know, income. I could have pressed it. I could have pressed the matter, but I didn't. I didn't. Because I'm not gonna interfere with your fucking income. Onision, that's who it was. And he made a hell of a lot more than she does. I mean, she only has like 10 Patreons. It's pathetic enough as it is because her Patreon is so expensive. You know, that's the lowest tier she has, which just shows her fucking narcissism, is $50. $50, dude. Really? I will give her that she does post often in there, but it's always like some bullshit. It's these fucking, I mean, if you want to join for $50 to read some of the most illiterate shit you've ever seen in your life, go for it. Because it's the most fucking ignorant, illiterate shit. Like a fucking kindergartner. My son, who's in second grade, actually has better grammar than she does. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Her grammar. Half the time, it doesn't even make sense. It sounds like she's drunk and on like a bender or some shit. She goes on these rants. Her whole, mind you, she's laughing that I paid for it. And I can prove all this, okay? Because I don't get up here and talk shit. I'll bring receipts if I have to. I just can't do it right this second because I'm getting dressed. But her whole Patreon was pretty much about me and Laura. And it was really funny when I got in there because for somebody who says they don't give a shit about me, the whole thing was pretty much about me and Laura. She doesn't care about me, but she writes these fucking manifestos about me, which I've read some of them on here. So it's all filler, physically and materially her life. Exactly. I'm very skeptical of people that say they're truly happy in life yet conduct themselves like that. You are by far the happier person. Well, thank you, gracefully minimalist. I think she knows that. I think that's why she has to try to, you know, make me look like I'm a piece of shit. She's like, oh, she's an awful person. Girl, as far as I remember, I never tried to sell my pussy for fucking a piano. I never tried to bargain my kid. Okay. What else? I never stole from a stripper. So I never made an innocent fucking girl take a charge for me, a criminal charge. So if we want to talk about character, mine fucking beats yours any day of the week, bitch. Let's sit down and talk about character. Okay? Let's sit down and talk about character. Because I'll have a conversation about character. I could guarantee you mine is 10 times better than yours. And that's why you hate me. That's why you hate me. Fucking idiot. I can't with her. I just can't. Someone needs, that's why I stand where I stand. Because I cannot believe the people in this community that are so angry at Diane, they're going to go to a fucking criminal prostitute to help their case. Really? All right. And I'm not saying people can't change. People can change, but she never has. She never has. And I hate to say it, but I told everybody so. That's why I stay away from her. That's why you'll never catch me on a panel with that bitch. I'm not getting sucked into that bitch's fucking delusion, crazy ass world. It will never happen. Mark my words. Mark my words. It'll never happen. Arrested by the FBI over federal embezzlement. Yeah. Dude, you don't get charged with embezzlement for stealing a mascara. That, nope. Sorry. That's no. That's a no. You get charged with petty theft, but not embezzlement. Okay? Like she was talking about her she talked about her real estate in that video the other day. Girl, you commingled funds and you are no longer a real estate agent because of it. So the saying is just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character. That's true. That's true. Some can't take no for an answer. No, she's no one's friend, Shannon. She's no one's friend, the girl. No one. I don't think she's capable of really being a friend to anybody, which is truly sad for her and for the people that are friends of her. I mean, let's go down the list, shall we? We got Sarah Smiles, who was fiercely loyal to her. Okay. Sarah was her original pit bull. And Sarah, if you're in here, no offense, but I'm just saying, Sarah was her original pit bull. Sarah was the original one who used to, have her back, and she used to kick people out of her chats and, talk shit to them. And I'm not downing Sarah for that, because you know what? At the end of the day, Sarah's doing what everybody does, what a good friend should do for their friends. Okay, so you got Sarah Smiles. Look how she treated Sarah Smiles, okay? Then we got Alicia, Science Girl, okay? Science Girl was a damn good friend to her. A damn good friend to her. And again, look how easily, okay? She used to call Science Girl her best friend. I don't know about you, but I can't just let go of my best friend like that. I just can't. But look how she played Science Girl. Not played her, but look how she did her. She did Science Girl pretty dirty, right? Then we got, who was after Science Girl? Mario, another person. All these women were good women with good hearts who fought her battles for her, probably more than she did. And those people aren't around anymore because she just shit all over them. Oh, I forgot somebody in there. We got Barbie, who was also labeled as a best friend. And she did Barbie the dirtiest. Just saying. I don't even want to bring her up because she's not here. I don't want to discuss her. But in my opinion, that's my opinion, she did her the dirtiest. Exposing personal things. Then you got Kim Lowry in there, right? Who else? Holy shit, this list is long. And then she's talking about me. I can't keep friends. See, here's the difference between me and her, though. I might have had some friendships on here that didn't work out, but if the people are worth saving the friendship for, I will apologize to them and move on. You can't do that. You can't. There's been people on here that I fought with that, guess what? We've made up. We're okay. Because it's called adulting. But you can't say the same. You just can't. You just can't. So then you got Mario. And I'm trying to think. There has to be more hidden in there. And, this barnyard chick, she'll be next, along with 2 tacos and the rest of them. Because there's no way it's going to last with any of them. And like how you could even watch somebody like that and think that they care about other humans and want to be friends with them at this point, I don't know. I don't. Just how she's spoken about past people as she has life coached. Oh, girl, Steph, yeah, it's unethical and proves she's morally bankrupt. Yeah, what's so funny? Like Marianne, who used to be my mod here, she was one of the life coach clients. She don't even know. She's like, I remember all my life coaching clients. But she tells Marianne's story, and it's not even Marianne that she's talking about. The story don't even make sense. It never lasts. It's just the way it is. No, it never lasts. It never, ever, ever lasts. Ever. Ever. She really does say horrible things about people. And like, if you're dumb enough to subject yourself to that, I don't even know what to say. You're just an idiot. Why would you even subject yourself to that? I would not. No, thank you. She makes lies up. Half the shit that she says, no, I'd say more like 99.9% of the shit she says is a lie. The lie. And here's the crux here. The one person that she never fucked over is Oni. That's the one friend she never fucked over. What does that tell you? What the fuck does that tell you? That's the one person she tries to vouch for him, for his character. That guy doesn't even know what character is. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Doodle. Do these people really have money, or are they up to their eyeballs in debt, miserable? I don't know, breaking the silence, but really, like, money is so, who cares? Who cares? Money is not define a person. So who cares how much money you have? Who gives a shit? That doesn't make your character any better or worse, you know? It doesn't buy you happiness. Could it make you feel better temporarily? Yeah, sure. But it doesn't buy you happiness. That's for sure. It doesn't make you who you are. Tells me that Orny does her dirty work. Yeah, that's what it tells me too, Shannon. Because really, why is that the one person that she's never really said a bad word about? But why? He's the worst of everybody. But she just can never let go of him, it seems. She gives him a lot more credit than he deserves. A lot more credit than he deserves. It's just kind of weird to me. It's kind of weird. Oh my God, my allergies. My grandfather is a millionaire. He's never boasted about money. Actually, quite the opposite. He lives like he doesn't have money. And that's how most people that have money, that really do have money, they do live like that. They don't go around showing off their shit, you know, their Gucci sunglasses, their Chanel bags. Most people that actually have money, they're humble about it. But that bitch don't have a humble bone in her body. We all know that. If you guys remember back to when she first came on here, I mean, she would put people down because they didn't have money. And that was part of the reason why it made me not like the bitch, to be honest with you. She was very rude to people about money. It's like, you know, some people don't have it. And so, you know, does that make them like any less or better? No. Some people have money, some people don't. It's just the way that the world works. And it's kind of fucked up to judge people based on that. And then I think she realized it wasn't exactly working for her. And she tries to act like she's humble, but she's not. Because we already saw your true colors, girl. We saw them. Been there, done that. My grandparents are millionaires, and my grandfather is like yours. My grandmother, on the other hand, not so much. Anybody that I know that has money, they don't act like that. They don't act like that. In fact, you wouldn't even know that they have money based on the way they act. So, girl, come on. We all see through you and your act, your bullshit act. We sold everything, bought an RV. Really? Never been happier. Wow. Too many people. A lot of people do that. They'll live in most people that have money don't really spend it like that. They don't spend their money foolishly. They're very frugal. I mean, most people that I know that have money, they don't go around spending money like, on like stupid shit. And if they do, they just have the shit and they don't go around showing everybody like, look how much I have. Look how much money I have. That's not how humble people carry themselves. This job opportunity. Ooh. We'll make double, but I'm contemplating because I don't think I'd be happy. See? I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. So the $650 to me was well worth it. If that's how much it even was, I don't even know how much it was. That might be a tad bit of an exaggeration, but I would have to go back and look on my PayPal or whatever the hell I used to pay with. I don't even remember. It was so long ago. And who cares, really? Who cares? You're sitting there enjoying it. If you're so offended by it, why don't you give me my money back, bitch? The $650 that you claim I took, not what I really took. Give it back. But no, you kept it. You kept it. You know, she sells to these people that she's like, oh, I give prizes away in my Patreon. These people are paying for their own prizes. $50 fucking dollars a month, if not more, because I think you could pay more if you want. I don't know why you would, but you know, they could. So $50 a month. You're paying for your own fucking prizes. I'd rather save my money, not have to read the most ignorant shit ever written, and buy my own Chanel fucking nail polish or whatever the fuck it is. Instead of or she gives like her FabFitFun Box cast-offs. That's her prize. The shit that she doesn't want from her FabFitFun Box. That's what you get for $50 a month. Or you get what's some of the other prizes? I'm trying to think. Some of the other ones that I've seen. I can't remember. Too long ago. Oh, her BB bag. Dude, this bitch ripped on me, right? For my dress from BB. Okay. Meanwhile, she owns tons of BB stuff because she admits that. And she's like giving away this BB pocketbook on her Patreon, to her Patreons. The shit looked like it had been through 10 fucking wars, and you know, it had been trampled on by like strippers and God knows who else. It was like dirty, dingy, ugly looking bag from like 1985. Yeah, she gives away life coaching sessions too. That's, you know, because so valuable. So valuable. A life coaching session. And then she asks her Patreons to trade life coaching sessions with people. Somebody want to give up their life coaching session? Why even ask? Why even ask? It doesn't even make any sense. Give up your life coaching session? She doesn't even do half of them because she's always in there making excuses. Which again, I could prove. It's like, oh, sorry, I was busy today. I had a headache today. I had my period for 6 months. Whatever the excuse is. Oh my God. So sad that BB went out of business. It is a scoop. I like that place. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I liked it. If I needed like a dress, that's where I went. So he gets tired of her making an excuse why they need a new bed every 6 months. Who the fuck? What? That's insanity. That's insanity. She has a heavily chiseled jaw and cheekbones. Ah! I'd stick ice picks in my asshole before I took life advice from her. I know. I can't even believe that there is people out there that pay her for that. So she says. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I find it hard. But she might be like, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Some of her new friends might be getting some life coaching advice from her. And they need it. Oh shit. Like if you need life and coaching advice from somebody like that, think of how fucking messy your life is. Think if her life looks nicer than yours, think of how fucking messy your life has to be. Used jewelry, yeah, and used dresses. Who said 10? 10 what? I'm so torn. And guess what? The funny part is, I wasn't the only mole on her Patreon. I found that out a little later on. There was somebody else in there who might even still be in there that's pretending to be friends with her, and they're clearly not, because I believe it was actually Diane who exposed that one by saying something on her panel one night. I don't know who it is, but it's somebody. Yeah, she gives away used earrings. Yep. That was one of the things, used earrings. Ugh. I just think of my own earrings and I'm like, ugh. Earrings are gross. I'm sorry. That's one thing I would never take from somebody else. That and shoes. Excuse me. I don't know. I just could never. I go in there's this thrift store over here. I mean, I don't particularly care to, I don't know. I don't like wearing other people's clothes and stuff. It's just a weird thing of mine. I'm not judging anybody else that does it. I'm just saying my own personal preference is I just want my own clothes. I don't, I don't know. I feel weird wearing other people's clothes, even like friends or family. It's just like a weird thing. But somebody's earrings and somebody's shoes, no. No. I don't even keep the girls' earrings in the same jewelry box. I took my earring out the other day because I had studs in for like months. Like, I don't take my jewelry off. I don't take my wedding ring off. I don't take any of my jewelry off. I have my jewelry is on pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Once in a blue moon, I obviously take it off to clean it, but like I just wear it. I don't know. And I took my earring off the other day, and it was one of those ones that have like that, that like flat back like thing, that little disc, that kind of like clear disc that goes around it. Oh, dude, it was gross. I haven't worn earrings in years. I used to wear earrings all the time. I stopped, and then I bought some studs like, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, and I had them in for a while. Oh, like you don't realize what gets caught back there. Think about it. All your hair products and your skin sheds and it's just nasty. I was like, I think I have to take my earrings off a little more often and clean them. Yeah, ear cheese. It's gross. That's what I was saying. I would never wear anybody's earrings after seeing that. I normally would wear hoops. I don't wear studs really. That was I don't even know why I bought them. I was just like, I want to get my studs, but nah, they're going to stay out now. I don't want them in it anymore. Because I know I'm not going to remember to take them out every night. Like, that's a pain in the ass. Ugh. The ear cheese. Ugh. Fucking nasty. Nasty. Please stop. Oh, I thought you were talking to me about. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I worship God and Buddha. That makes sense. That's what it is. It's like ear cheese. You don't even know what it is back there. Ugh. That's what she probably smells like, earring backs. That's probably what she smells like. Or bologna. Or both. Sorry, Dawn Marie. I just made everybody sick. I was like, I'm not wearing earrings anymore. I'm good. I don't need earrings. I'm good. I forgot. I haven't worn earrings in ages. I mean, gross. I was like scrubbing my ears. The earrings are actually still in a cup soaking right now in Dawn liquid soap. Because I was like, ew. Val. The point is, make him after you would have given her the same love you give the rest if she was humble and kind. You mean her? Yeah, sure. That's what turned me off about her, is that she used to talk down to people because they didn't have money. And I'm thinking, man, some of the fucking coolest people I know don't have money. You know, like that's fucked up shit. That tells me you think you're better than people. And nobody's better than anybody. You could be better than a situation, like, you know, being here and doing drama 24/7. You know, I feel like I'm better than that. You know, I'm a better person than to do that. I have more skills. I could, you know, why am I doing this? But am I a better person than anybody? You know, no. We're all human, man. At the end of the day, we all breathe the same air. So, and we all die. And our money's not going to save us. So, and you can't take it with you. Like go to Walmart and buy cheap underwear. People have been to hell and back are the best. Well, you know what it is? The people who have had to struggle, anybody who's had a struggle in life, it makes you a better person. It really does. Because it makes you appreciate things more. You know, you appreciate things more. You learn the value of $1. Thank you, Jules. Thank you. You learn the value of $1, you know, and it just makes you a better person all around when you have to struggle. It sucks while you're struggling, while you're going through it. But at the end of the day, it really does it gives you character. It makes you stronger. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't. I wonder if my glasses are ready. What's that? They also said I sucked directions. Hey, Deanna with the Great Dean. I haven't seen you in a while. She shamed all the people that were in her life. I know. And people go back after that. People fucking go back after that. She's like, why are you people sitting home? Dude, have you not realized what's going on in the world? Why are you sitting home? Why are you sitting home? Like, what the fuck, dude? How the hell do you shame people for sitting home while you're sitting home yourself? I can't even make sense of that. It was so much better around here when she just disappeared. Really. Just go back to doing whatever the fuck it was that you were doing. And fuck the people who summonsed her back to this fucking community. Fuck you. For real. I'm having her Gucci bag wallet. Hold on, I'm just brushing my teeth real quick again. Anybody else do this? I just have to like quickly brush like before I leave my house every time. I didn't hear that. I'm sure her fat ass is the size of Texas. I don't know, Black Eagle. I don't know. I really can't watch her. I can't watch her channel. It just annoys me. The sounds of toothbrushing. I'm doing toothbrushing at ASMR. Yeah, she is obsessed with money. If you have so much of it, why are you so obsessed with it? Remember to floss. Stacey, I do that at night. I love flossing. I don't know. Some people don't like it. I don't know. There's something about it that I like. One of the first things I noticed about her, I don't know. I feel like I have to brush my teeth every time I leave my house. It's like this weird thing that I mean, it's probably not a bad thing, but because I just feel like, you know, I smoke and I drink coffee and shit. Like I don't want to smell coffee fucking smoking. When I was in elementary school, hold on, genetic tests. Hold on a second. Yeah, $700 car lease. That's fucking ridiculous. Who's paying that? Whew, that's ridiculous. I love the Gucci GG Ophidia makeup case with the beautiful green lining. It's on my list. B-Frag, see, like you collect the bags as like, you know, it's an investment. It is. You know, it's not a bad idea to own nice bags because it is an investment. You know, they do hold value. Sometimes they go up in value because, you know, depending on how limited it is. I personally don't any own any expensive bags because I just can't. I'd have to be, you know, rich because I just can't justify spending that much money on a bag. I just can't for myself. You know, if I had the money, I probably would invest in some of them. I just don't have it like that. I couldn't see without my glasses. Well, Jem, I have my contacts in, but I can't. I hate depending on contacts. Like, oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. Actually, it feels like I don't have my contacts in. Holy shit. I don't think I put them in today. I didn't. Huh, thanks for reminding me. Oh my God. I almost just left my house with nothing. I don't feel like putting contacts on right now. But I have to go stand there with a mask. And if you wear the mask with the glasses, oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. This is what I hate about the winter. I have to wear layers. And I'm fucking sweating because my house obviously has the heat on. Thank you, Carol. Better to invest in old cars. Cars are tricky. I mean, like, yeah, like an old Corvette or something, a Chevelle, definitely. But cars, new cars are not worth the investment. I mean, the only reason old cars are worth so much money is because obviously supply and demand. You know, there's not many of them left. I love Gucci and LV. Not gonna lie, I'm a collector, but that was before my divorce. Hold on. I still have them. Sold LV that I had for. Aw, you only got 2/3 of what you paid. That sucks. That sucks. Train wrecks are hard to look away from. Yes, I think she just jumped in on this because, I mean, come on, let's just face it. She was friendly with Diane. She jumped in on this for attention, for her own selfish reasons. Again, I don't think it has anything to do with people or the children or the community, which she's shown time and time again that she doesn't give a fuck about. That's why it shocks me that people just run there. They just, oh shit, run there. They run to her page. Like, what? Without, like, thinking, holy shit, look what this woman has done to people. She's not exactly the spokesperson I would want on my side. Just saying. Oh, nice, Alexis. What are you doing, girl? I'm looking to do an online store myself, actually. I'm just trying to decide. I always have the same problem where I'm trying to start a business or start up something, and I just like I get kind of stuck at that startup point. Like, I know what I want to do, but I get a little stuck sometimes at the startup point where I'm like, how am I going to do this? And that probably has to do with the fact that I'm ADHD and it's hard to organize, you know, like your thoughts, let alone a business plan. I got the 250 pleasure of those. I only own one LV thing, and it's a special, amazing friend of mine bought it and sent it to me, and I was so fucking excited about it. It's little, but I love it. It's perfect for me. I love it. And what makes it even better is that that's my initials. So it's almost like I feel like it's like made for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Right now, purses and scarves, but they're very. Oh, nice, Alexis. Isn't that kind of what Science Girl does? She has like an online boutique, and she sells jewelry and all sorts of shit. God, I can't breathe lately. I don't know what's wrong with me. Probably because I smoke fucking 900 cigarettes a day. That could be why I can't breathe. Oh shit, I didn't start my car. You guys don't understand. Val said it the other day. There's like a legit polar vortex coming through New York right now. It is freezing. We were at the bus stop this morning, and it's that kind of cold that you could just like feel going right through your pants. Like, oh, it's terrible. Where's my coffee? Louis Vuitton never goes out of style. Some of them do. Grave Dodger, like the rainbow one. I don't know. Maybe because it was so popular at the time that it came out. When I see it now, it reminds me of like Paris Hilton and the freaking what do you call it? You know, those days, the early 2000s, when Paris Hilton was like getting arrested. I've had an Etsy store with nothing in it for years. Laura Lee, what do you sell stuff too though, don't you? I don't know. I don't like Etsy. I was thinking of doing Etsy, but I just don't like the way their listings work. I mean, unless they've changed, I haven't listed on there in years. So unless it's changed, but it's really annoying. I don't know. There's just something about the way you have to do their listings. I guess for what I was doing I had invitations. And so you have to like, there's no way you could list it. I don't know if they've added this option now, but at the time when I started my Etsy store, there was no way that you could, like there was no like drop down menu basically for options. So I would have to list everything separately. So like say if you were doing I was doing an invitation. So I would have to list the invitation itself and then make a separate listing for printing the invitation. And then another one for some, what was it, shipping? I don't know. Or for customization. I don't know. It was just like a pain in the ass, you know, because there were sometimes people would find the invitation and let's just say it was made for like a birthday party or a bridal shower rather. People would be like, oh, could you make that for a birthday party for me? Well, that's not my price. Like now you're asking me to customize it because I had to change everything, not just the lettering. So that's a lot of extra work for me. So I have to charge people for that because it's time consuming. So, because especially like if I do a word like engaged or something, I, customize it. I don't just type it out and there it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to explain it, but it's a pain in the ass to change it, but I have to do that. So I don't know. I'd rather like, honestly, to me, the easiest way, and I've seen a lot of people do this. I know a lot of people that do this. You could just make an Instagram page, put your Cash App or your PayPal in the link, in the bio, and then put your listings on there. So many people I know do that, and it's so much easier. So I was thinking of, using that almost as like an online store because it's just easier. Velour tracksuits. I have one. Are you talking about the velour or the terry cloth ones? I have a Nike velour tracksuit. In fact, I just found it yesterday because I had it packed away for like 2 years now. So I was like, oh shit, my Nike tracksuit. I forgot about this. I don't know what it is though. I feel like an old lady when I put it on. My grandmother used to love those fucking things. The velour tracksuits. It's like all she wears. Those things. She loves them. Where's my other gloves? I don't want these. I really gotta get out of here. Remember the Juicy Couture? Yes. Oh my God. There was this girl that wore them all the time and I don't know. I never cared for Juicy Couture. Juicy Couture went to Kohl's to die. I hate to be an asshole, but it's the truth. It did. That's where clothing brands go to die. Kohl's. If your brand is there, well, besides like Nike and Adidas, because I mean, let's face it, those are always going to be around. Or, I mean, they have been for so long, but that's where other brands like Juicy Couture that are like highly trendy at points in time, they go to Kohl's to die. Do you guys like remember years ago there were these Kathy? What the fuck were they? They weren't expensive pocketbooks. Kathy Van Zeeland. They went to Kohl's and then they went to what was the next place that they went? Walmart. I saw them in Walmart. I was like, oh my God, this brand is really holding on by a thread here. They went to Kohl's and then to Walmart. And I have nothing against Kohl's. I'm just saying, Juicy Couture used to cost so much money. And now it's at Kohl's and it's like more reasonably priced, but it's like not in style. It's kind of like same thing happened with Ed Hardy. Remember, everybody was wearing those Ed Hardy shirts in the early 2000s, and it was like you couldn't go anywhere without seeing those goddamn things. And then where'd it go? What happened to Ed Hardy? I like them. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. I like the Ed Hardy shirts because I like that old style tattoo. I don't know. I like the style of the drawing, but them shits fucking went somewhere and they died. They died. Affliction. Oh my God. Remember those stuff? Affliction. I never owned an Affliction shirt, but I loved, oh man, I used to like I don't know. Did they make women's? I feel like that was like a men's brand, wasn't it? I never seen any women's. Affliction. Oh shit. When I think of Ed Hardy, I think of my husband. That's Russian. They do. They still wear it. That's another thing that happens. Sometimes shit goes to like other countries, like in Japan or something. They'll like really love this shit, and we're like over it over here. Then the guys wearing Affliction shirts. They always remind me of my son. Yeah, the Affliction shirts. I remember though. I just like there was a point in time where it was like, all right, I'm sick of these shirts. Like, you just get sick of seeing the same thing over and over again. Affliction. That was like the Jersey Shore days. Affliction, Ed Hardy. That was like in the height of the Jersey Shore. That was what they wore all the time. Oh shit. They have Women's Buckle Store. Wait, what? Those Kangol bucket hats were popular. Yes. Yes. The velour tracksuits. I still like those. I don't give a shit. They're actually back. They are back in. Because every once in a while I'll go on this website called shit, I always forget the fucking name of it. God, I don't know. It's like a trendy website. Their clothes is cheap though. They're not like expensive. Some of that stuff like a little bit of money, but for the most part it's pretty affordable. And they have a lot of those velour tracksuits, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe those things are back in style. Fubu. Who would have thought Fubu he would be where he is now? I know, right? For us, by us. I liked Fubu. And like I was shocked when Fila came back in. Fila? What? Tommy Hilfiger tried to come back a little bit, but that was very short-lived. That was like a season. When I was in high school, what was in style was like we all wore Nautica. If you had Nautica, you were the shit. Okay. Ralph Lauren, Polo, Perry Ellis. Trying to think. Oh, there's my other gloves. Perry Ellis. What else? Boss. And then you had like the other. That was like if that was some people that was dressed like that. And the girls all shopped at Delia's. Delia's. And then you had thank you. Thank you, Ice. Then you had Jenko jeans. What else? And like all the alternative kids used to wear that. I was gonna say freaks, but that's not nice. But that's what they were called in my day. All the kids that dressed like in the punk rock or alternative, whatever you want to call it, they were called freaks. That's what they were referred to as in my high school. I don't know if that was like everywhere. Doc Martens. Yeah, Marianne, you graduated probably around the same time I did. The bell bottoms. What were those sneakers I used to have? Volcom? No, not Volcom. That's like a skater brand, isn't it? Volatile. They used to have these big chunky ass bottoms. Like when I was in high school, it was like the chunkier the better. If your shoes looked like you had a fucking brick on your foot, you were cool. And there were shoes called Volatile, and they had They were like running, you would get like running sneakers, but then the bottoms would be like 4 inches. I've seen those back in the stores. Please read those comment. All right, hold on. Read my last post. Hold on, let me scroll up. Scrolling. Oh, Abercrombie. I heard Gray. Abercrombie. Oh, button-up shirts go to Hershey to die. I'm not sure if they ever die or just linger on a fair pair of boobies. Oh shit, dude, that shirt's gotten tons of wear. Tons of wear. That's where they go to die. Oh my god, that shirt is like, girl. That, and there was like a white one. I don't know if she still wears it because I haven't watched her videos, but yeah, that's where they go to die. Oh shit, Gray Hughes. Thank you, Gray Hughes. Gray Hughes in the building. Thanks, Gray Hughes. Yeah, keep your favorite creators, keep on trucking. Thank you, Gray. I appreciate that. That was a good comment. With pit stains, yeah, right? I don't know. I guess Abercrombie got popular around here. I mean, but it was like Hollister and all that shit. That's like California, I feel like. Out here, I definitely think there's different styles of the way people dress out here than they do in like California. Because obviously, you guys don't have winter. You don't have like to go through that winter season. I miss the chunky shoes, the chunky sneakers, but they're kind of coming back in. I had like platform sneakers that were like, oh my god, 5 or 6 inches high. I loved the platform shoes. I don't know if I'd want to wear them again though. I really don't. You got to live and learn. I always think of that song. New York doesn't know shit. Thank you, Mike F. and Brown. We don't know shit. Hey. Just saying, but Fashion Week usually happens here. Just saying. All right, hold on. I got to turn off my Wi-Fi because I'm going to leave my house. So, how do I do that? All right. If I disappear for a second, I'll be right back. I don't think it should skip too much. Gray Hughes in the house. I think I'm going to bring my camera with me and play with it. Me and my 20-pound camera lens. I took some good pictures the other day, but I still need practice. Thank you, Michelle P. Thank you. Snow with sand at the beach. Aw, thank you, Pebbles. You guys are, thank you. Donkashay. I don't believe in what Laura was kind of saying last night. I didn't hear it, the whole thing, and I don't agree with it. I don't think it's any creator's fault that super chats have slowed down. I mean, maybe for some people, if people feel like they can't trust people, but most of us are, pretty honest with where your money goes. I mean, my money goes towards shit. I don't know. I want to get back into, giving back prizes out and shit. A lot of stuff's changed with COVID, and I think that's a big reason people stopped super chatting, because people are being tight with their money right now. But I think the biggest reason, to be honest with you, is the reason that we're all seeing less super chat is because, what? Hold on. Is that really Diane? I blocked Molly and she got pissed, period. She called me stupid for telling her you weren't that Kathy person. Diane, you should have been done with her a long time ago. I mean, thank you if that's really you in the super chat, but you should have been done with her a long time ago. I wouldn't have even answered her phone calls if I was you. Just saying. But I think the main reason that a lot of super chat has gone down is because of membership. People are already paying you. They're not going to super chat on top of that. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But I can't put the blame in somebody else, Plus, you have to also look at the time of year. I remember when I was turning on super chat and I was speaking to other creators about it, there is there is a slow season for YouTube. And right now, right after the holidays and everything, it's slow. people are, had just spent all their money. They're probably paying their credit cards off and whatever from Christmas. And, they're not going to be super chatting as much. Some people just don't think of that. Think of it, that's the main problem. Right, that's it too, Greg. That's why, I personally can never depend on YouTube to, as a first income or anything, because I would be a nervous wreck. More, unless I was making millions. But at the level that we're at right now, no, you can't. I wouldn't be able to. How come my car never started? Did it? Oh, I guess it did. It's just not warm enough. But I don't know. They're paying more to feed their kids. Right. The cost of living is going up. The cost of everything is going up. And it sucks because most people aren't working. Look, Gray Hughes, you're definitely way, I'm sure you make way more than I do at YouTube. I don't make that much money. I don't. I mean, but every little counts, every little bit counts to me. And, look at, okay, he's got what? Where are you, Gray? 30,000, 40,000, 50,000? You might even be up to 60. Feel comfortable living full time. And you have Patreon. Oh shit, I gotta turn my Bluetooth off. Hold on. All right. And oh, hey, Flower for Life. How are you, girl? Long time no see. NYC Urbanista, my favorite person. I don't care saying it either. I love you, NYC. You're my favorite friend. You're my ride or die. My day one. What do you call it? Certain people Gray Hughes. So all right, so you have Patreon, you get super chats, and then I don't know if you have memberships on your channel, Gray, but I'm sure you do. And you're way up there, and I feel like it's you got to hit 500,000 subscribers. That's the level you have to be at to be able to live off of it comfortably, because most of the YouTubers that I follow, that's where they quit their jobs, around 500,000 subscribers. Because your views, your subscribers, your views, and your income, your ad revenue. Think about this. People used to live completely off of ad revenue on YouTube. And that ad revenue sucks. I mean, it just does. You don't get shit off of ad revenue. Bye, MIC. Text me, girl. So you don't make that much money off of ad revenue. You just don't. I just don't know. I have to give Laura credit because I'd be scared. I know she's doing other things. She's doing the candles and shit. But I'd be scared depending on YouTube, just because it's so up and down. You just don't know, how your month's going to go. You just don't. You don't know if people are going to super chat. You don't know if you're going to, your memberships will be there, but there's some months that people can't afford it. And that's fine. The main revenue for my channel is super chats from generous freaks. That's so funny, Gray Hughes. I was just thinking about you the other day. When I was like, man, I miss Gray Hughes coming into my chat. I haven't seen him in a while, and here you are. I'm gonna will Duty Ron back into my chat too. But yeah, super chat definitely are for me. I know that's where I make most of the money and my memberships. People used to make hand over fist in ad revenue until they completely overhauled it a few times. Smaller channels made much better money back then. Yeah, Ash. I wish I had that one video that got really good views. It was over 100,000 views, within the first couple of weeks. And I was monetized at the time, but I lost the ad revenue from that video. I'm so pissed because I had I don't know. I went away from YouTube for a little bit, came back, and I had gotten a new bank account, and so there was nowhere for YouTube to send the money, so they just don't send it. They don't hold on to it for you, that's for sure. So, and I don't even know if I had the video monetized. Mega Master, how do you feel about your friend cuddling back up to Molly? Not your biz. I guess you're a troll account. I don't think she's cuddling back up to her. Not that I know of. If she were to, I would be annoyed. I would be like, "Hey, girl, good luck with it. With that, good luck." But I don't think she is. You guys, you guys misunderstand a lot of shit on here. Okay, we've all like, we've all me. I'm gonna say all the creators in this community. Me, Hello Starlight, Laura, Diane. I'll even put Marissa in there. Melissa, sorry. We've all been around for a long time. Laura's always talked to everybody. Laura's like me. I don't want to talk to that fucking asshole because there's nothing to gain by talking to her. And I'm not saying like financially. I'm saying there's nothing to gain in any way by talking to her. She's a fucking idiot. But Laura's always talked to everybody. She's always been like that since I've met her. So if somebody texts her like once or twice, that doesn't mean that they're fucking best friends. That just means that they texted each other. People get so weird around here with that shit. They're like, oh my God, these people must be best friends because they're talking. No, that's not how it works. It's just not. People make their own assumptions. Yeah, exactly. And they run with it. I mean, and I've been there. I've done it too. But I had to come to the realization that that's not, that's not always what it is. Just because you talk to somebody and you're cordial with them doesn't mean that you're fucking best friends with them again. If she wants to talk to her, that's on her. I'm going to stick by what I've always stuck by with that woman. And I'm staying as far the fuck away from her as possible. I don't want anything to do with her. She's a fucking asshole. Son looks like he might be NHL material. Circles around anyway. Thank you, Gray. Gray, that's what we've been told by several people in the hockey world, I guess. The same. So we're hoping he sticks with it, and hoping he's just stays with it and improves. I found a video of Jesse skating his first hockey clinic the other day, which was only 2 years ago. And I cannot believe it. I just can't believe, like, back then we thought he was, like, good, because he was, like, 4 years old. Well, so then, wait, it wasn't 2 years ago. Well, he was probably, no, I'm sorry. He was probably, like, no, he might have been 4, come to think of it. So maybe it was more than 2 years ago. It might have been, like, it was probably, like, 3 years ago, and by the end of this year, it'll be 4 years. But, like, the improvement from just 3 years ago, and we thought he was, like, so good when he was, like, 4, because he could just skate. Oh, thank you, Desiree. Thank you. Gray is good. Gray's amazing. Gray, how's your wife doing? But yeah, I mean, just the improvement in the last like 3 years is fucking ridiculous. It's unbelievable. The development, and it really does pay to have your kid, go to every time, because you got to think, baseball you could practice anywhere, basketball you could practice anywhere, but ice hockey there's only really one place to practice, and that's on the ice. Because if you can't skate good, then you're not going to become a good hockey player. That's just facts. I watched this NHL video the other day, and they were asking other like top NHL players, what skill would you want to have from another NHL player? And they all said Connor McDavid's speed, which Connor McDavid's one of the best skaters in the league. He's the fastest skater in the league. And they're like, that's what they would want. And I mean, Barzell beat him last year, just saying. But he, that's one of the, top skills that you would want to have is skating. So if you could skate good, you're going to be able to play good. So, but the only way the only way you could practice skating is on the ice. So you have to spend as much time there as you can, which is expensive, but it's worth it. It does pay. I mean, that's why we also put the ice rink in the backyard, but it just never freezes. It's frozen right now, but it's all lumpy because my son decided to be an idiot yesterday. My neighbor's kid came over, and my son was, being a little fucking asshole, because that's what boys do. Why do boys do that? they get like wild in front of their friends trying to be all cool and shit. I hate that. And he was like hitting the ice and he messed it up. Fighting is another skill. Oh, my son, trust me, Mike. My son's he's little, but he ain't afraid to go at somebody. Some kid came by him the other day and pushed him or hooked him or something. My son elbowed him in the face when he came back. He don't care. That's why Alex Ovechkin's so good. He's fast. He can puck handle really well, but he's also aggressive as all hell. I mean, he slams people into the boards. He's dirty. I mean, he does some dirty shit. We tell my son we don't want him to be a dirty player. But we tell him if somebody's coming after you, don't let them mess with you. Because sometimes the kids see him and they think, oh, he's small, so we can mess with him. And we're like, no, dude. I tell my son all the time, I'm like, your speed makes you more powerful than anybody, even a kid twice your size. Because if you come and you're coming fast at somebody and then you push them, you're going to send them flying. Boys, I had one girl. Oh, girl, boys are I don't know if all boys are. I shouldn't say that, but, they're show-offs. My son is, at least. Like, he tries to be cool. I hate that. I tell him all the time, like, you don't look cool. Like, you look like an idiot. Stop. Did you see the movie Slapshot, ice hockey film? I think Paul Newman was the coach. I don't think so. I saw the Mighty Ducks. I saw Miracle on Ice. My son watches that movie, like, constantly, so kind of have no choice but to watch that. I'm almost where I gotta go. You still make me 101 all the time. What's that? Capone! Scoopy scoop. Anyway. Was that really Diane that came in here? Anybody? Can we confirm or deny? I wish Diane would have listened to me. I wish a lot of people would have listened to me about that person, but I don't know. What are you going to do? You can't change it. People have to learn for themselves. That's one of the biggest things I've learned on here is that you got to just let people, if there's somebody who's shitty, no matter how much you warn people, you're never going to be able to change their minds. They have to just learn for themselves sometimes. Some people, don't, but some people do. You can't force people to see it. Like, I remember I used to sit back and just be like, all right, guys, like, you want to, it's not going to end well with this one, but never does. Okay. If it wasn't, she's an idiot to donate 25 to be a troll. That's funny, Gray Hughes. But Gray Hughes, you don't know what goes on in this weird little neck of the woods in YouTube, man. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But the most I'd give as a troll is like $5, I think. Just kidding. All right, it's confirmed. Okay. Diane, listen, we're not friends. We've established that, okay? We've gone through our shit. I'm not celebrating this thing that's happening to you. I don't think it's, I don't like when anybody's being fucking harassed, the target of harassment. It sucks. It sucks for everybody. But I just, like, being that I've been on that end of the spectrum, I hate seeing, why, I don't know, Diane. It just looks, you're making yourself look guilty, and that sucks when you can very easily, so you say, prove it. Why are you putting yourself through this? And not just you. Look at Wendy and think of all your friends, and the community's fighting. Friends are fighting with friends over this shit. It's just insanity. And I get it that you don't want to show assholes who never gave you anything. Why do you owe them a fucking explanation of anything? I get it. Trust me. I don't want to I hate giving shitty people credit. I hate it. Like, more than anybody. I hate it. But you know what? I mean, why also let them have the power? Take the fucking power away from them. That's just me, though. That's my personal opinion. Oh, it is tearing the community apart. People are fighting for this entire. Yeah, well, great. Yeah, the Chris Watts case. You know what, though, great? The Chris Watts case actually really was interesting. I have to disagree with you there. Why? Because the dynamic, I think, well, no, I'll tell you exactly why it interested me. I had never, in all the years that I followed true crime, which has been a long time, as Gray, you know, because I followed Gray Hughes from the beginning, from when you did the Jodi Arias case. I know you had a couple of videos before that. I found you during the Jodi Arias case, and I thought the Jodi Arias case, when I first found it in what was it, like 2008, when it first played on 48 hours, I had no interest in the case. And it wasn't until I saw the pictures, the photographs, are what got me interested in the Jodi Arias case. Because I mean, when does that happen? When are there photographs actually of a murder left behind at the murder scene? Like, that's just amazing. And that's what pretty much got me hooked on that case. But for the Watts case, I think what was compelling to me about it personally was that never before, you know, most of the time when we follow these cases, we kind of have to imagine what the victims are like, you know? You kind of have to form a picture in your head of what the victim is like, you know, their personality and the way they talk and all that kind of stuff. And what I found compelling about the Chris Watts case was that we got so up close and personal with the victim, Shanann. We were able to watch all these videos that she had on Publix, on her Facebook page. And it was compelling to me because, like, a lot of people found, you know, myself included, I'll have to admit, found things about her that weren't so nice all the time, you know. And then we also not only got to see the victim, but we also got a glimpse into the murderer's life before the crime occurred, and that was also very compelling to me too, because it's like you don't get to see that, you know. You don't get to see what these murderers are like in their day-to-day life. So to me, that's what made the case really compelling. And then also the aspect of, like, you got this really super, you know, normal looking family for all intents and purposes. I mean, they're basically, that's what we all strive for, right? They're living the American dream, or so that's what it appears to people. You know, you got this perfect family, these beautiful children. They live in this gorgeous house. You know, the decorating style wasn't really mine, but the house was nice. You know, this big house and this really nice upper middle class neighborhood, or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, how do you go from that to stuffing your kids in an oil tank and killing your wife, you know? So, I mean, that's what to me was so interesting about the case. So I don't think it was uninteresting. The crime itself, you know, wasn't that interested. And I guess it depends on what aspect of the case you like to follow. But for me, I felt like that was really interesting because it was really the first case where we really got a deep insight of the victim and the perpetrator like that, because we've never really seen that before. But I have a feeling from here on out we're going to see more than that, since so many people are living their lives on social media and putting themselves out there. So for me, that's what it was. Yeah, the house was very neat and tidy. I mean, I wish I could I wish Shanann was a, like, professional organizer and had, like, made videos about that because I could have used their help. There was so much. I mean, I just wish there was a trial in that case. That's the one part. And I know that's, like, so selfish because the trials are horrible, really. But I feel like personally that this case would not have dragged on as long as it has if there wasn't a trial. I mean, I don't know how people are still honestly talking about it, and there's still channels that are only doing Chris Watts, and that's the only content that they put out. That's crazy. You know, 2 years after the guy pled guilty. That's crazy to me. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't think you should ever pigeonhole yourself into a case like that if you're a true crime creator. because the money's good now, but what's going to happen when, people are over this case? The Netflix documentary is what brought interest back into this case again, really. Someone is new true crime when they say the Watts case was the first social media case. Great. I'm saying like the first one that was like, what, I don't know, worldwide. I'm not saying it was the first case, the first one that I personally followed. I don't know. I'm not new to true crime though, 'cause I've been around for shit since 2008. It's just I don't get into every case. I don't find every case interesting. I don't follow a lot of different cases. There's only certain cases that pique my interest. Like the Casey Anthony case, I followed it, but I was just like, I don't know. I didn't get as into it. You know what I'm saying? For me, this case was, yeah, well, yes. Jodi Arias was on social media, but you know what I'm saying? We didn't see videos of her. I don't know. It was different. But yeah, that case was definitely, probably one of the first cases, Gray, that there was groups about it. You know what I'm saying? On social media, they had those Facebook groups about the Jodi Arias case. I was in some of them. The John Bonet case. Web Sleuths I was on Web Sleuths, and oh man, they're fucking rough, man. That's a rough crowd there on Web Sleuths. Let me tell you. I don't personally care for the site because they have a lot of fucking rules, and just not for me. Lacey Peterson. I didn't follow. Yeah, I mean that case was interesting. Arias was massive on social media. It was. I don't know, Grace. I don't know if it was bigger, but I got into the Watts case when I first saw his interview on the porch. Me too, Steph. That was it. That interview, it was like pretty. His body language. I mean, it was like so obvious. Like I have to say, if you have to compare lying husbands, Scott Peterson did a much better job of lying to the media. I'll say that. Chris Watts was a mess. I mean, you could tell very, very, very easily that he was lying about something that he knew. Yes, the HLN shows, the Jodi Arias HLN shows. I remember those. Freaking who would you have? Nancy Grace, obviously, and then was it Dr. Drew? God, I watched every clip that you could possibly watch that's on YouTube from those HLN shows about the Arias case. Casey Anthony case was interesting, but what a shit show that was. Who is Chris Watts? Does he have a channel? Court TV. Yeah, Jane Velez. Yes. She was heavy into the Arias case. All right, guys, I got to end this. I'm at my destination. I'm going to go freeze my ass off for about 3 hours, 2 hours. We have an extended practice today. Thank you, Humpty Dumpty. Thank you guys all for those of you who super chatted. I do really, 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 really appreciate it. And thank you guys for hanging out and had the best videos on it. Yeah, I know, Gray. I used to wish that they used your videos. Your videos were unbelievable. Really. The news should have picked those up. And I think if it was nowadays, because social media and the news are becoming more intermingled, I think they're realizing that people like you, Gray, you're competition to them, really. Because a lot of people are coming to social media for information, and they would probably use some of your footage if you would allow it. But anyway, all right, I gotta get out of here. I hope you guys all have a good night. It's Friday. Enjoy yourselves, but not too much, Be safe, be happy. And as Hummingbird always says, remember the world is better with you in it. Yvette, there'll be more hockey videos coming soon because we're able to play games again here in New York. They just allowed us. So starting in February, ice hockey is back on, and I'll be able to, tape more of his games. It's kind of boring to watch videos of him just, doing his skills kind of shit, the clinic. So when the games come back on, that'll be, more interesting shit to tape. So there'll definitely be some more videos of that. So anyway, you guys all have a very good night. Thank you for hanging out. I am out of here. All right. Adios, amigos.